round 5 action. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, viewers. Round 5 action here at the short little Lime Rock Park. You're with RaceSpot TV with a special presentation through iRacing.com for round 5 of the official V8 Supercar Championship. I'm Bretton O'Brien. With me tonight, Sam Compton. Sammy, how are you?
Yeah, good, Bretton. Good to be here for this tight little track that we got here today. A real little sprint track. It's a really short race and it's going to be action-packed.
Now, Sammy and I want to make it totally clear before we get into the fun and festivities of tonight and the action that no doubt will be before us that there was a drama with a particular race spot commentator over the weekend during the broadcast of the Road Warrior Bathurst 1000. Sam and myself and the majority of race spot commentators, well, pretty much all of them, in no way condone what was said or done. I was actually prepared to walk away. However, I was of a strong opinion that the person that in question has apologised and has genuinely apologised. So I'm still here, and hopefully we'll bring ourselves a great race tonight and continue on with the coverage every week from here.
Yeah, that's right, Brenton. A little disappointing of what happened over the weekend, but I'm sure it'll be worked out within RaceSpot, and all we can do is move on and keep this great official iRacing.com V8 Supercar series alive and keep it going strong like it is. So sit back, enjoy the race.
Yeah, well, we've got 4 splits tonight. This is a short little track, and not sure it's really suited to the V8s, but let's face it, we have been absolutely Bathurst out lately. We did have the 2 races of the iRacing Bathurst 1000 and Road Warrior 1000 series. The early race won by the TTR team of Healy and Tony Aldridge did a great job there in a decent field, and somebody I know really closely came second, you'll be on. And in the late race, which ended up being the main strength of field race, Ian Ford and Aaron Hamilton for the Evolution Racing Australia team had a good win there in front of Marty Carroll and James McKnight. So good to have the V8s out there in the world stage, and that's what we're doing here tonight. As you can see, if you're on iRacing.com right now, you can just press that yellow bar at the top of the home page, and that'll get you directly linked to the server.
Yeah, that's right. It's happening. .gif, so it's good to see and should bring lots of people to the broadcast. So might just run through a few little details of today's race. Only got a few minutes of qualifying left. It's a 39 lap race. The weather today is it's pretty warm, partly cloudy, not much breeze, and about 78% humidity. So yeah, it should be really tight and action packed.
Yeah, it should be, and looking forward to this race. Like I said, after the big open stretches of Bathurst last week, and what was a sensational race, and hopefully, if anyone's new to the V8s, I certainly recommend to watch that race last week. Bo Cattell in the SSR car, just absolutely throwing that around, and did an awesome performance there. Ultimately won by Ian Ford, and next week we're off to the wide open stretches of Suzuka as well. So it's a bit of a goat track tonight, we have to say, and passing opportunities are limited, qualifying extremely important. And if we go, we've got 4 minutes to go of qualifying, and Corey Preston and is the provisional pole winner at the moment. Still a bit of time to go, still the 3 minutes to go, and the laps are very short. Corey's lap with a 50.7, so extremely short laps as we know. And where we got the generally Ethan McGold, our series defending champion, in third, with Ian Ford normally finds himself up on the front road all the way down in ninth at the moment.
Yeah, good to see Ethan back. And what do we got? Corey Preston up the top, Bo Cattell. Ethan's just improved to P3. Marcelo Rivera, Josh Rogers and Mick Cracknell all in the high 50s. So looks like the warm weather's a little bit slower. The last race they were qualifying in the 49s. So be interesting to see. What do we got? 2.5 minutes of qualifying left.
Yeah, so 2.5 laps of qualifying. 2.5 minutes of qualifying to go. The boys will probably get 3 laps in for sure. So still a long way to go. Yeah, we've got a couple of new guys. It's always good to have the new drivers every week. This week, Mika Esuez, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, in the what number car is he wearing tonight? The car 9. And also Dries Nice. I think he's driven the V8s before, but it's certainly been a while, in the car number 4. So expecting good things from him. A couple of regulars have come back. Brenton Hobson, great to see him back again. Dylan Golson as well, back again. Aaron Hamilton after his success, his first podium at Bathurst last week. So looking forward to a close race with the usuals with Ethan Grigol, Ian Ford and Bo Cattell.
Yeah, don't forget, good to see Mitchell McLeod's made a comeback to the official series. So it's another name good to see. Hayden Dodman in there, and yeah, good strong field here tonight.
Yeah, it is, and like I said, for a track that is so short, we've got 4 splits of 20 cars each. So the 80 turners up tonight, which is a good effort. And what's this, round 5, and so far Ethan Grigol won the first 2 races of the championship fairly easily, to be fair. Ian Ford grabbed that first win of his at Alton Park, the short circuit, a couple of weeks ago, and then Ethan was absent at Bathurst last week, and Fordy really did a really strong job last week. But on a track like tonight, qualifying is just so ultra important, and Corey Preston still has his nose in front there, so I don't think Corey's had a pole position in the championship so far, and we've only got 40 seconds to go, so great opportunity here for Corey Preston to stick his nose on the front row.
Yeah, he's definitely been putting in some hard work, and there Mitchell McLeod just improved with a 50.805, putting him in P3 ahead of Ethan, so some really strong times. And just a quick shout out, don't forget everyone who entered the SimSpec Engineering competition to win that button box. We will be giving that away later on during the broadcast, so keep your ears open to find out whether you're the winner of that beautiful button box from SimSpec Engineering.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to collecting that button box once my name's drawn. So
dream on, buddy. I made sure your name was removed from the draw. So.
Get that a lot. Corey Preston, in the meantime, time is up, so cars are on their last lap. There's a few dramas happening here with Preston on top, Bo Cattell second. Bo won the 6:15 or 7:15 race in other states fairly easy. 3/1000ths of a second behind is Mitch McLeod, and Ethan Grigol, series second place now, I think, is in 4th place. But the times, as you would expect on a track such as this, are extremely close. Between 2nd and 7th, it's 7/100ths of a second. So still some cars coming on their last lap. I'm not sure how much of improvement we'll see. Luke Powell, no improvement. So Aaron Hamilton, no improvement. Dries Nice, no improvement. So that is actually probably about it.
Yeah, mate, and Ian Ford, he won't know what to do with himself starting in P9. Actually, he had a bit of bad luck in the race before this and put it in the wall pretty hard, and that ruined his race early. So, yeah, we've got some action here. Ethan in P4, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see if they can come through the field in this tight little track.
Well, this is actually really fantastic. I'll let you go through that grid on the screen there, Shammy, and call as you see it.
Yeah, well, that's right. We've got Corey Preston. Congrats to him on pole position. Bo Cattell starting next to him, P2. Mitchell McLeod, P3. Good job. Ethan Grigol, nice to see him back, starting P4. Marcelo Rivera, P5. Josh Rogers, Mick Cracknell. Jason Dixon, SimSpec Engineering, P8. Ian Ford in 9th, and Aaron Hamilton ran at the top 10.
Yeah, so obviously the times are so close, and Corey put that time down nice and early, and obviously with the weather quite a bit different. Yeah, the track temperature is 44 degrees. You know what, this is going to set the race up beautifully. I think Corey has shown some strong qualifying pace, and there's no reason why he won't hold on to this and win, but Corey would be the first to say that generally in the race, Ethan Grigol is a bit quicker, but on a track that's so hard to pass. And Ethan now is at a stage where he actually needs to start chasing points. He's missed around at Bathurst and didn't get the good result at Alton Park either. So he's going to have to start chasing points and start probably driving outside of what we normally see him, where he's dominating. We've also got Bo Cattell in a very strong second place, and Mitch McLeod. So there's a couple of quick guys in front of him, and I'm super excited for that 6-boost Ford Falcon of Corey Preston to be on the pole.
Yeah, good job, mate, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how they all get into the first corner, the Big Bend. I thought that was a type of clock, but obviously it's a corner at Lime Rock.
Yeah, they put a lot of thoughts into the to the turn 1s, turn 2. No doubt we'll go through that. So just sitting on the grid here as the revs build. And we're away. And a good solid start by Corey Preston as well. So great to see him. Ethan Griggle very aggressive off the start. So already Ethan Griggles is going to make that position hang out to dry a little bit there. Corey Preston in the meantime does hold that lead. Positions are as standard. We've got Josh Rogers bouncing around quite a bit, but again he's been able to actually promote himself from 6th position up into 5th place, so a good start by him, which is at the detriment of ERA, Marcelo Rivera, Mick Cracknell, Jason Dixon.
Yeah, Mitch McLeod had a big wiggle there. Lost a little bit of ground. Ethan had to check up, but I think Ethan might have had the same drama with loss of grip there.
Well, so Corey Preston, not sure he's actually, I'm sure he hasn't actually ever had a pole position in the Monday night main strength of field. Probably has led a lap or two, but certainly leads the opening lap here of round 5 Lime Rock Park as Ethan Griggle gets out in the grass very wide there on the aptly named turn 7 downhill. Put a lot of thought into that, and they go around the Big Bend, turn 1 right now.
Yeah, 2 wide up here coming into the S's. Who have we got there? Marcelo and Josh Rogers.
Yeah, and then Josh has done a good job there. Nice clean defence there. It doesn't look like there's been any incidents so far. Not sure whether any promotions been made. I think Ford still in 9th position. Aaron Hamilton's dropped to 11th. Mika Asuas, who's new to the series and the V8, it's fantastic to have him here. Great to have the international representation tonight. Has worked his way up into the top 10 from 11 spots, so he's actually promoted himself. So up in the top 10 from Mika Asuas.
Yeah, and Corey's got a bit of pressure here now. Bo Catel's going to, he's closed that gap up there. He's going to be putting Corey under all sorts of pressure.
Yeah, well, this pressure is just going to keep coming and coming. We saw, I saw that Bo did a fantastic job in the earlier race, and that car's got some genuine speed. Got to admit the new wheels on that SSR car, the chrome silver, looks absolutely mint tonight, and makes the car look $1 million. In the meantime, there's Mitch McLeod just seems to have backed off these two, which is great news for Corey and for Bo. He just looks like he's dropped off a bit, and that's actually giving our series defending champion Ethan Griggle and Josh Rogers and Marcelo Rivera just that little look. But like I said, it's such a hard track to pass on.
Yeah, and you can see that it's just a train. These guys just trying to outwit each other so you can get the best power down for the straight. Try and make a bit of a move here into the Big Bend. And you don't have much time. You've got the S's following it straight after, and then the old no-name straight. So the creative names are definitely flowing at Lime Rock.
Yeah, and we've got our first retirement, I would think, for the race. Well, certainly is in the pit streets niece. The car 4 has had a bit of this there, put it into the wall. So, you know, you can't afford any time in the pits. They only need 72 litres at the start. So, not the way that Drees wanted to finish the race, but hopefully he'll be back from week to week.
Corey with a big slide. Just watching Ethan, I think he's probably pretty keen to get past Mitchell, but we all know Mitchell's got good pace and good solid driver, so it's going to be tough for Ethan, but I definitely think he might be getting held up just a little bit as he makes a dive down the inside of the can't get it in there.
Yeah, but Mitch McLeod's been doing this long enough, and he's just really the one turn you've really got to work on defending the Big Bend. But when we say that,
yeah, he runs a bit wide there,
but he's
still going to hold position. Yeah.
Let's see where he's at the next turn, though. If Josh Rogers has got any racecraft, loss of traction there, and McLeod's dropped the ball there a little bit, that loss of traction. So Griggle is through, and that's a great passing move set up really from turn 1 there with that attack there, but that's going to release him now, and I'm just interested how quickly he's going to catch the 2 in front, and then once he gets there, what he can do.
Yeah, let's see what sort of lap times he can put down now. He's got a bit of clean out. Oh, look at this. Catel's inside Corey Preston for the lead. Down to the Big Bend. It's not going to be deep enough.
3 wide.
Give it up.
Oh, he's done it. It's an awesome.
Oh,
no. Marcelo Rivera.
Oh, Marcelo's in trouble here too. Oh.
That's worth a replay because I'll have a look at that myself. That was 3 wide with Josh Rogers, Marcelo Rivera and Mitch McLeod. And I'm not sure that Mitch saw him. I'll just have a look at that. I won't say anything until I see it properly. But that is a massive performance if it's all clean. Let's have a look.
Yeah, well, Marcelo makes a big dive, 3 wide, deep under brakes, and I think Marcelo might have just pushed out a little bit there. It looked like he picked up a little bit of curb, got into Mitch. It's really unlucky.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, if I say anything different, people are going to say I'm on the ERA bandwagon. So I'll let you call that as you see it.
Well, you just see him get
I-
on the curb and then slide out about half a car length out. Not much in it.
Yeah, so the race goes on in the meantime. That has promoted Marcelo up into fourth, Josh Rogers into fifth. No doubt there'll be some discussion about that, but that's actually obviously with Rich McLeod. I'm not sure if he recovered or not, or whether he's no, he has recovered. He's down obviously into 16th place, but he's not
We
out
got
of the
some
race.
big action here, mate. Dylan Golson, new driver, new name. Oh, he gets the pass done really nice there.
Yeah, Dylan raced, was it last week at Bathurst, I think it was, or the week before. Certainly have seen him before in this season. This is a quick guy, there's no doubt about that. He'll be the first probably to say that he's had his fair share of incidents, but when he has a clean race and clean laps, he is genuinely quick. And it's great to see him racing regularly every week now.
Yeah, well, he had a beautiful move there and just made it stick. Now he's just going to keep focused forward, see if he can get the next position. There's Hayden Dodman in front of him there in a really nice looking car.
Yeah, it is a good looking car, and it's real sweet to look at. And
Now Ethan Grid Gold, something's happened. Oh, we got some action.
well, something's happened indeed, because Corey's now released the lead. And he must have a problem because Corey's has he got some damage, or has he just let Ethan through there? Because there wasn't a lot of fight there by Corey, and I'm wondering if he might have even had a slowdown. I'll have to go back and have a look at that. I'll keep calling it. You.
Yep. Just having a look here, right? Bo-Catel's come down the inside. Corey's gone a little bit wide. Bo's made the pass sideways and then ran Corey off into the grass. Corey's had a good save back onto the track, so that's how he lost the lead. Then we're just going to have to see what happens with Ethan.
Well, what's that's done is let Ethan up into second place now, chasing down Bo-Catel. So I'm not sure that he's going to get to Bo, because Bo shows some real good pace. We're only talking just the 1.8 seconds, so interesting what their times is across the strike as they go into the last turn, the downhill. And having a look at Ethan's time, geez, he's taken way too much grass on the exit there. Going to lose a lot of traction out of the last turn. A 51.747 is 0.3 of a second down on Bo-Catel. I could almost be sure that the greater majority of that time was in that fifth gear turn down there at turn 7, that last corner. But that Bo-Catel car, that Osram Lightify car, is looking real mint tonight, and it's looking real clean. And tell you what, Bo's driven really well. Seems to be in good form of late, and if he goes on to win this, it's just a good reward for the work that he's done of late. Sorry.
Yeah, and just looking back there, Corey's not going to be happy with Ethan or Bo there, I don't think. So it'll be interesting to see how he recovers from that. But I think Ethan definitely put a move on that shouldn't have been put on. But anyway, they've all continued on. Corey's still in third, and now we can see if Ethan can track down Bo.
And back in the pack a little bit more, Marcelo Rivera has relinquished that spot to Josh Rogers. Didn't see if that was a redressing. I got corrected on a readdressing last week. Redressing of that position. Thank you.
Good to see you learning, mate.
351. Thank you very much. English is my second language. I'm still learning every day.
Your Japanese is your home language, mate? Is that correct?
Mochiron.
So Bo-Catel's been lapping 51.5s, 51.4s. Ethan's last lap was 51.5.
Crackers off. He's just lost all traction there at the aptly named right bend, and has dropped that position. So Crackers is now down to ninth. Let's let Aaron Hamilton through. Looking forward to seeing what Mika Asuas can do. Down to 10th place now, but that pink livery car of Mick Cracknell, that extra paint showing a little bit of grief there in the back right corner. Obviously you had a bit of contact somewhere, but up as the pack goes on, trying to keep the stupid mouse a bit more quieter. There's a move here again by Marcelo Rivera into turn 1, the big bend around the outside of Josh Rogers. That's not going to stick there, and they've got a recovering Ian Ford, who's now in 6th position behind them. and 40's just actually passed Jason Dixon, but a lot of pressure here on Josh Rogers from Marcelo Rivera.
Yeah, all sorts of pressure.
Ooh.
It's the only way you can really make a pass here is trying to put him under pressure and get him to make a mistake. I think Corey's still having all sorts of trouble running wide up there. Bo Catel's just putting in some beautiful laps. 51.6 last time by. Ethan Griggold 51.5, so a tenth, but still 1.92 seconds behind Bo. It's going to be a really big call to catch him, I would say.
Yeah, the two teammates here, Ford and Marcelo, looks like, yep, Ford's got through cleanly. Not sure if there was team orders there or not, what Jason Dixon's done. Is he going to be able to stick his nose in there through the Marcelo Rivera car? I'm not sure. He's got the inside line of the big bend. That puts him very vulnerable to the right-hander, and then it'll lead on to the left-hander onto the no-name straight. So 40's been released now, so he's got himself up into 5th position. Josh Rogers now in front of him. Corey Preston recovering a 51.88 last lap. It's a good lap for Corey. 51.5 for the pair in front, Cattell and Ethan. So no gain there so far. Actually, if anything's actually blown out. It was 1.8 last time we spoke about it. It's now 1.9. So Cattell certainly isn't disappearing into the night, but Ethan certainly isn't being able to catch up at all.
No, Mick Cracknell back there having a dig after his big slide and big moment where he went off the track and caught a little bit of the wall. It looks like he's recovering reasonably well after that.
Yeah, he is, and he's got Aaron Hamilton in front of him, and we know that Hamilton and Crackers have had more than their fair share of incidents over the past few seasons, and I'd say Aaron himself would probably say that he might be responsible for one or two more than Crackers, shall we say. So I'm confident that it will stay fairly clean, but don't be surprised if there's a bit of action here.
Yeah, Ethan's not catching Bo up there, but Marcelo and Jason Dixon, there's some great driving going on here. Jason Dixon would be, I don't know, did Marcelo just get past Dixon or has Dixon caught up? It's the first time I've looked back here.
No. Dixon's just been thereabouts. He got overtaken by Ford, and Ford brought him up to Marcelo. But tyre management, I know it's only a short little race. It's only the 39 lap race, but it's actually surprisingly really, really hard on tyres, and you can certainly get aggressive with your setups with your tyres and bank in those hot laps early and then try and hold on to that position due to the limited passing opportunities. But at the same time, the tyres can go right off very, very quickly here, and just so many little technical sections of this track that if you don't have the right setup, don't have the right rubber on the ground, it can let you go.
Definitely can. It's I haven't done many laps around here this week with all the Bathurst 1000 preparations and putting in double stints just to have my teammate crash with 10 laps to go, but a little disappointing there, but we won't mention any names.
Oh, well, I will. Did the second Bathurst 1000, started at 11 o'clock at night my time, which is a very user-friendly time for our co-commentator, Mr. Compton here. He started slowly, put the wrong setup in the track in the car, a Zolder setup for Bathurst. That didn't work. Yeah, and then disappeared for a long, long time. So somebody here, sitting in my chair, talking, sounding like, no, he wasn't, you were. And triple stinted, and then I was absolutely exhausted. Come 5 o'clock in the morning, only to see my car put into a wall in a part where I've never seen a car crash before.
That turn it up. 10 laps to go. What, P5, P6?
P6, looking anyway, strong.
Mate. We won't talk about that.
No, I'll talk all night about your mongrel thing.
Ooh, it's a bit harsh.
Easy.
Better watch what you say, mate.
Rightly so too. Let's not make jokes about that.
No. Mick Cracknell up here. Yeah, you go, mate.
Yeah, I will, because this Mika Esuas, as we said, great to have him along, and he certainly hasn't disappeared either, and he's on the tail here of the Cracknell and Hamilton battle. So, yeah, these are two guys in front of him who pretty much wholly and solely race the V8. I think they might have a dabble as Crackers has a bit of a look here inside that.
That'll go on.
Yeah, it is, and geez, good drive out there by Hamilton at the turn uphill and then now at the downhill. But it is a good battle. That Mika Esuas, considering I'm thinking he probably doesn't drive the V8 regularly compared to the two in front. He has done an awesome job there, hanging into the top 10. So good job to him so far.
Yeah, Mick Cracknell pushing hard in his pink Simpit livery there after slight punishment after taking out two of his teammates in the first lap incident a couple of weeks ago. So unfortunately, looks like his skin is not showing up on the broadcast, so that's a shame. Had a few technical issues here lately, so I'm not too sure what's going on there.
The time at the front in the meantime remains the same, still at 1.9 seconds. So what are we here? Lap 18 of a 39 lap race. Not quite halfway yet, but certainly knocking on the door, and the race does go pretty quickly, about a 32-minute race. So certainly a sprint race compared to the rest of the season. Like I said, off to Suzuka next week for what will be a lot longer race. But Ethan Greg Galt, a 52 flat last lap. You can just tell there that the tyres are probably starting to struggle a little bit.
Crackers in Hamilton. Big incident. Sorry, mate. We're going to have to go back and have a look at that. Crackers is admitting it. Hamilton will have to go to replay there, Hugo. Hamilton was driving defensively, which is nothing wrong with that. Mick Cracknell's just locked up a brake locked up a wheel under braking and got into Hamo, so that's a shame.
Yeah, he did apologise straight away. Interesting to see if he redresses the problem. But at the moment, doesn't look like he's going to. And what that's done now has put a lot of pressure on Hamilton from Dylan Golson behind in the car 12. This is a guy we're talking about who's got some real quick pace on him from different track to different track, but certainly now has the potential to work himself up a position here. That Hamilton car just looks like it's certainly a little bit slower on a straight line, and got himself under attack into turn one. Hamilton defending, no dramas there, but this is going to be a battle that goes on. I told you that the two Crackers and Hamilton have a bit of history. I said there was nothing intentional there whatsoever, but
romantic
these two,
history, or
I don't want to divulge into that in case I'm wrong, but you could be close. I think, yeah, Crackers has actually redressed that. A good job for Crackers there. So it's going to be battle on again, and that's very good sportsmanship by Mick Cracknell. He's always known for being a good sport, and he continues that on.
Yeah, that should definitely help their romantic love life continue on into the future.
And I'll tell you, someone else has got a drama is Ian Ford. He's dropped the position. He's looking like he's got a bit of damage to that front left there. Just want to make sure that there's not a little screen glitch there, but he's certainly dropped down that position. Marcelo Rivera certainly looks like he's got the pace overtaken Ford at a spot we haven't seen, but now Mr. Dixon, Jason Dixon behind is putting a bit of pressure on Dixon as well. But
running really well here, putting some pressure on 40.
Yeah, 40's really struggled at Lime Rock this week. He's not actually. Oh no! Wow. Oh. Yeah, well, there's no team orders, and Marcelo doesn't have to keep letting 40 through, and that's now let Jason Dixon through. So hopefully Marcelo now is going to keep his nose clean and drive out of there. And 40's on the attack again. He's got a lot better drive out, but into the downhill turn 7. Let's see if 40 can have a decent attack here. He's certainly got the better drive out, certainly in the draft. I'm not sure if that car is going to be able to do any jobs here as he goes deep into turn 1. He'll hold that inside line, but the outside line seems to have that better drive. And if Jason can hold it there,
gets into him a bit.
A little bit of a tag, a little bit of loss of traction there by Dixon. You'd have to think now that Jason Dixon will be able to hold it. Exactly right, mate. That's why we love him. It's exactly right. But I would imagine now that Dixon's going to have his hands full with Ford behind. I'll tell you again, my little mate here, Mick Asuas, he's got himself up in the 8th position now after the dramas of Cracknell and Hamilton, and he's now bagging into this battle as well.
And while we're talking about Jason Dixon, him and Simspec Engineering, his company, have been really nice to donate a button box, and we've been running the competition now from last week's Bathurst, and we are proud to announce the winner this week. So big thanks to everyone who entered the competition. I'm pretty sure the way it's worked is Jason's taken all the entries and given them a number and put it into a number generator. And the winner of the Simspec Engineering button box is
Your beauty.
Redback Racing's David Baxter. So big congrats to Bax.
Yay for Bax. So happy. No, well done. Damn it. I really wanted one. And good job for Dave Baxter and for all those who entered, and a special mention for Jason Dixon and all the crew there. at Sim Spec Engineering, and that's fantastic. And hopefully, Dave, you'll no doubt give Jason your details, and he'll get that to you. So congratulations, and a great promotion brought to you by Sim Spec Engineering.
Yeah, plenty of entries there, so it's really good. It's a startup company, and he's got some big plans for some shifter with integrated sway bar interaction, so that should be really interesting. Definitely a company to keep an eye on to the future for the V8 Supercar sim racing community.
Yeah, and it's brought to you by a guy who actually races the V8, so he'll have a closer idea as to
Even better.
what we want. But there's so many good companies out there that support sim racing in general, and the SimSpec certainly jumping on board there, and it's great to see a local product up at the front. Bocatel looking more and more comfortable. Last lap just punched in a 51.8. There used to be 2.2 seconds, still is 2.2 seconds, so no change there. But Bocatel, as every lap goes by, we're on lap 25, already looks more and more comfortable.
Definitely, the gaps is extending the gap to Ethan, like you said. Big gap back to third with Corey. Another big gap to Josh Rogers there in P4.
Crackers has got back through Aaron Hamilton, no doubt a bit more safer this time. There doesn't seem to be any loss of track position or anything like that, so that has been a clean move. So releases Crackers now up into 9th position. That just happened there at the Big Bend turn 1 and 2. So Crackers has been released, and hopefully he'll chase down Mika, my little mate Mika there. And I don't know much about him. He might drive V8s every week as far as I know in the European series, but for now he's a rookie in this series right here and now on the Monday night's main strength of field.
Yeah, we got an issue. Aaron Hamilton's off. Have to have a look and see what happened. I didn't quite catch it. I'm just hearing the driver chat.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Hamilton off because he's still there.
No, he has had an off. He's got really loose coming up over the top. He's got on the grass. He's saved it really well, and he's done a great job, really. I think there's a lot of people having some rear grip dramas here with a lot of usage on the rear tyres. So we're lap 26, everyone's spending a lot of time sideways and burning up those rears. It's hard to get the grip out there.
Yeah, I was just wondering what was happening because Roy Clark in the 15 was coming over the channel talking about the race, and I was thinking, hang on, there's no Roy Clark in this race. So
no, I was confused as well.
Yeah, confused.
I'm easily confused.
Yes, you are. But that's the spotter, obviously, for Brenton Hobson. So, yeah, it's great to have having that team have a spotter, and hopefully it'll continue to work. But, Roy, change channel, mate.
Now, Marcelo Rivera is putting Josh Rogers under all sort of pressure here for P4. Rogers just getting a little bit sideways there. Marcelo's going to have a good run. He has a little look. Tough spot to have a go, but I think he's just getting in his mirrors. But look how much time he lost there.
Yeah, the drive out wasn't good, and what that's done is really put himself ready to be under attack from Jason Dixon. It just seems to be dropping off. Ian Ford now 40 thinks losing a little bit of interest in this race with that setup. He's tried to run one very late call as to where he was going with that setup, but yeah, he's been the winner of the past 2 races. Geez, Marcelo does go real deep under turn 1, but he does pull it up. There's no dramas there. But this is a battling for position for fourth position now. So what are we on, lap 28? So just the 11 quick laps to go.
Yeah, it's going really quick, but not quick enough for me, unfortunately. Might have to leave you with it with about 5 to go tonight, Brenton. I've got to get to work today, and before I do go, a big shout out to all the viewers today. We've got over 140 people watching live. Really good, great for the iRacing.com official V8 Supercar series, and a big shout out to one of my old friends in there, Sam Kangaroosaurus. Good to see you, buddy. Should get back in the V8 and give it a shot.
Yeah, see straight away, we know you're lying. You don't have any mates, Sammy, but yes, mate, no
Online,
work, don't
mate.
pay the bills. I believe that. But anyway, mate, no, I know you've got to go to work. You said that at the start, and abandoning ship.
I don't want to, mate, but unfortunately we might have to. Just before I go, I might just run through the top 10 for you, eh?
Well, I can do that, mate, if you want, and you can head off, mate. It's all good at the moment.
That would
Bocatel
be
leading
great.
by... Yep, you head off to work, mate, and we'll speak to you next week. 1.7 seconds is your lead from Bocatel to Ethan Goodgold, so both these guys have really driven away from Corey Preston. He's 9 seconds behind now, but not sure whether Corey's had the podium before, so hopefully he can maintain the position he's in. Josh Rogers and Marcelo Rivera close here. Jason Dixon in 6th, Ford in 7th, Asuas in 8th, Cracknell and Golson will round out your top 10 at the moment. So certainly a great little race going here. And the from 4th, who is 14.5 seconds down, to 9th, it's actually less than 4 seconds. So, yep, normally it's about where Sam would come in, but he's not here anymore, but it's okay, we'll bring this home. Ethan Grigol is 52.5 last lap, so there's certainly a degradation of his tyres there. Those times are certainly dropping away quite badly. And even there at the last turn, he's taken that last turn, solid 5th gear there, which we might jump on board for a lap. Next lap, we'll try and find ourselves a little decent battle. We'll probably jump on board with the Jason Dixon here. We'll go on board for a lap of this very short Summit Park racetrack. So the big bend here as he enters that, he's dropping down the 2nd gear, 3rd gear on exit here, and you won't need the 2nd gear just here at the aptly named left bend, as they've just a little short shift here to 3rd, to the right bend as they now go on to the no name straight down here at the back. So going through the gears, this is a little technical section here where you go down to 4th gear, trying to keep that real tight line there. The car gets so loose and so light there, you've got to stay off the power just that fraction of a second, down into this turn, uphill turn, which is turn 6, as we go racing down here. 5th gear normally around here, try and keep tight on the entry, get on the exit, get on the power nice and early. You got, who's that in front of us, Marcelo Rivera attacking Josh Rogers. Rogers in full-on defence. That's going to let Jason Dixon have a bit of a look in here, but that is a 52-second lap of this very, very tight track, and Dixon actually gives the rear of Marcelo that little bit of a tap there on the exit of turn 2. So this is really closed up. Certainly Josh Rogers has backed this field up a little bit, but he's not doing anything wrong, so it's fantastic to see Josh Rogers doing a great little job there. And he's in the car number, where are we, 18, sorry about that stupid mouse of mine clicking away. But he's done a fantastic job. That's the reward you get for a good grid position here, and he did a great job in position 5, but this battle continues on. Sorry, Lime Rock Park, not Summit Point. Sorry, I do forget. Yep, been a busy week. So yeah, Lime Rock Park. It is a very short track. It's an incredibly short track. It's what have we got? It's just a 2.46k. So it actually a track that very much reminds me of Summit Point. So I do forgive you for that. So as Marcelo Rivera and Dixon continue their battle, Cracknell in the meantime has made gains on Mecca Asuas here. Just Cracknell with all of his experience there, lap 33 now, so the race is going to wind down particularly quickly here, and I reckon that Cracknell will be pretty keen to make that extra position. Just going to see the racecraft of Mika, no doubt the seasoned driver of whatever car he drives, because he's done such an awesome job tonight, and really hoping this makes a lot of other people out there. Yeah, no, he's actually going to be letting Crackers through. He's actually just called that over the radio just then. So, good racecraft there. Crackers certainly faster, and yeah, fantastic to see. That's what I'm saying. It's the V8 certainly seems to be the favoured car by the Australian iRacing community. But it would be awesome to see more and more internationals racing a week in what we believe down here in Australia is the best car in iRacing generally. So the battle up here continues with Marcelo Rivera chasing down Josh Rogers, and this has been going on for quite a while. Marcelo actually was for a while in front of Josh Rogers there, and obviously made a mistake or redressed with that incident with Mitch McLeod himself really early doors. Mitch McLeod since then has actually had a disconnect, so he's no longer in the race, but Josh Rogers as we enter lap 35 at 52.5, certainly not a shabby time, but this train certainly seems to be getting held up by the Rogers car, who's done nothing wrong at all, defending very aptly and very properly, and that car doesn't have any dents on it at all, so that to me tells me he's doing a great job defending as he is now. And that Ford car and Dixon car as well certainly might start getting a bit more impatient as we go on. Up at the front meantime, Bo Cattell and Ethan Grigalt, there's been no change there. Bo's actually stretched out to a 2.2 second lead. Corey Preston, a fantastic job, no doubt. We'll have a chat with him after the race if he's here, 10.4 down. And this is, as I said, the battle for fourth onwards, and the gap between fourth place and eighth place is now under 2 seconds as Ford gets extremely loose on the exit there of the last turn, the downhill, and that's certainly cost him a bit of time, but you can just see that something's building here. Lap 36 now, another 52.5 for Josh Rogers, so there's some good times happening here for that car, and it's the consistency of his times. So 52, matter of fact, having a look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, his last 7 laps. His last 7 laps have all been 52.5. So that is some fantastic, consistent driving there by that Josh Rogers car, the Rat Corp car, and that's why he is where he is. It's just really good times. Back up the front there, Bo Cattell just having a few little issues with lap traffic. Jamie Eaton has let him through. Dries Nice has let him through as well. So you would think now there's really not going to be barring mistake, or if he hasn't put enough petrol in, which I would severely doubt, there wouldn't be much of an issue there for Bo Cattell going on to win this race. Going back in the meantime, yeah, Rivera's dropped a couple of spots, didn't see it, but what that's done is now released Dixon and Ford, so Rivera's gone down those 2 positions, obviously attacking Josh Rogers, I would imagine, so that's going to set himself up. So all the cars here, a lot of the drivers, is Cracknell's going to make a move, is he? So just as they go to the uphill section here, as I said, the car just gets so light over that hump, and you've got to just take the power off that a little bit just to reduce the wheel spin and get straight back into it. It is such a quick track though, isn't it? And Ethan Grigalt makes short work of those lap cars as well, but as I said, we are winding down, and Crackers is real loose on exit, so these guys carrying as much speed as they can through that turn 5 downhill turn. Ian Ford in front of them at the big bend has just that little moment, didn't drop too much time, but hats off to Josh Rogers, has done an awesome job, has seen off the challenges, and as we are now on lap 38, our second to last lap, you'd have to think that little gap that he's got now over Jason Dixon will get him that just reward of 4th place, as Crackers actually drives over the grass. Not sure what happens there on the no-name straight out the back. That's going to drop him a little bit of time. Don't think there'll be a shortcut involved with that, but certainly you would think that he's not going to get himself in a position to attack anymore on the Rivera car in front. So we're now on the last lap here, and we'd be remiss not to have our attention shown to the race leader Bo Cattell. Done a great job, no doubt. I'll have a look at the replays to how he got past Corey Preston later on, but certainly once he was in the lead, he certainly hasn't taken his foot off the throat, and he's entering that, like I said, that hump where it gets really light. So the second last turn now. So it's been a really, really good drive, and it's great to have Bo Cattell back into the winner's rank as he drives around the last corner. Turn 7 here at the little short Lime Rock Park, but round 5 of the official iRacing V8 Supercar Championships. Bo Cattell is your winner. Congratulations to Bo. Ethan Grigalt from 4th on the grid, up into 2nd. Corey Preston into 3rd. He'll be absolutely stoked with that, I'm hoping. Josh Rogers, I think personally, probably the driver of the race right there, has done a really good steady job. As Ford and Dixon, half a car length difference at the end. Half a car length, so that will maintain that result there. So a fantastic job. That was just the 5/100ths of a second between Dixon and Ford there in 5th. Marcelo Rivera has crossed the line in 7th, and he actually finished 9/100ths of a second of Mick Cracknell. Mika Esuas in 9th, and Dylan Golson. Didn't see much of Dylan tonight, but no doubt did a fantastic job in 10th place there. And yeah, a few little incidents throughout the race. Obviously, the matter of Cattell and Preston were looked at. Probably the matter of Mitch McLeod with Marcelo Rivera and I think it was Josh Rogers into turn 1 will probably be looked at as well. But Bo Cattell back onto the winners list for SSR. Super stoked with that result, no doubt. Ethan Grigalt, welcome back to the series after that little short layoff of being at the Real Bathurst 1000 last week. Wasn't able to race. And Corey Preston, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's certainly since I've been commentating his first podium position in the official iRacing V8 Supercar Championship. So a really good strong race there, and Dre's niece did get back out there in 19th after his early instance there, albeit 5 laps down. Didn't get to see much of Luke Powell in the GTI car. He had some issues, I'm thinking, being 2 laps down. Jamie Eaton, the Redback Racing car. Well, the Redback Racing team have had a small win tonight with the SimSpec Engineering button box win tonight for Dave representing that team, so congratulations to him. Greg Sharp and Mario Vlasic, even though they finished close to each other, didn't touch each other tonight. Well done to them. And Hayden Dodman, another one we didn't get a chance to talk about much with Jake Maloney. It was such a short, quick race, and there were cars spaced out, and yeah, I'll just have 2 seconds to get my breath back. But yeah, really good job for those top 3. But like I said, Josh Rogers, what a fantastic job defending from that grid position. Started 6th, promoted himself up into 4th, and was able to hold that position throughout. So no doubt Josh and his team should be super ecstatic about that result. So we're looking forward now to Suzuka next week, and that's a long race. I think it's up to 32 laps, so no doubt there'll be plenty of action there. But also for the viewers out there, and also for the Australian V8 boys, next week you'll find a lot of the teams and the drivers are off to the Blancpain BES, so the Endurance Series next week at Brands Hatch. 3 races there, and a couple of really good strong results for the Australian teams in the first round, and no doubt those teams will be looking to continue on into round 2 and onwards. So we might just throw to a little bit of a commercial here at the moment, just to give me my little breath back. So we'll get my director to throw us to a commercial, and we'll just come back for some short interviews after that.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back to RaceSpot TV in conjunction with iRacing.com. Round 5 action here at Lime Rock Park, a short little track. That race has been run, done and won by SSR's Bo Cattell. Congratulations to him. Great to have him back on the winner's podium. With us at the moment for Dayco Racing, Jake Maloney. Jake had some issues tonight, no doubt. Looked like a bit of a netcode problem there into lap 1. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so he just got a decent start, was going around the outside of a few guys, and got a bit of a hit from Brenton Hobson. Not really his fault. There was about half a metre of netcode and just a product of being on the US server, and we got spun around. But after that we just fought through and came back to 13th.
Yeah, but mate, you did keep fighting in there, mate, and it doesn't look like you certainly didn't drop a lap, mate. And yourself now being in Dayco race team, mate, such a strong race team, had some massive success in the OSR V8 Bathurst, the hosted session a few weeks ago, mate. So, mate, you've had no matter what happens for the rest of this season, your season's already a success. So, tell us a bit about the strength of the Dayco team and how you fit it in.
Oh yeah, the strength of the Dayco team's been brilliant the last little bit. We're in a bit of a purple patch, winning the AEC 24-hour and then going on next week to win the Bathurst 1000 and fit in really well. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, and a strong team. I'm not sure if you guys are running the Blancpain series, not sure, but back onto tonight's race, mate. As you said, for some reason, the greater majority of Aussies are in the race and we get sent to an American server. There are people making noise about that. Hopefully that will change in time. But, mate, Lime Rock Park tonight, it is such a tight track. Not sure it's that suited to the V8s, but how do you find the track?
It wasn't too bad. I only decided an hour before to start practicing and have a go, and it's pretty fun. I'm just to wheel it around a short track, but a bit hard to race when you're such tight quarters on the US server.
And after the absolute flood of Bathurst laps you've done, no doubt of late, mate, it's probably a pleasant little change to have a little track like this. But next week we move on to Suzuka Circuit for what is a longer race, and certainly you get to stretch your legs a bit more there. What's your thoughts going into next week?
It should be pretty decent. Ran Suzuka in Prem Series earlier in the year, so we got the setup and got the laps, so we'll probably have a go and see how we go.
Well, mate, good job tonight. Yeah, certainly had your issues early, mate, but certainly still brought the car home, and no doubt the Dayco team will be happy with Good Jake tonight and the fact that he got the name out there, mate, and did a snappy little good interview. So good job for tonight, Jake, and look forward to seeing you next week. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just the sponsors, Dayco, GTI, Nulex Construction, Custom Image Concepts, and yeah, that's about it. Cheers, Brendan.
Good on you, Jake. Jake Maloney there had his issues tonight, probably a netcode issue, but he still shows a good job tonight getting that car to the finish. Talking about struggles tonight, Ian Ford not normally interviewing at this stage of the race, mate. Brought the car home. Where did you end up coming in? 6th position, mate, 9th on the grid. Tell us about the qualifying.
There's nothing much to talk about in qualifying. I was still trying to work the setup, try and get it all perfect for the last corner. And, I was only like 2/10 off pole, so had to start relatively far back in the field and then just went elbows out, all aggressive, and hopefully put on one hell of a show, because I was certainly losing panels here, there and everywhere and ending up off-road, hitting teammates. It was pretty bloody crazy.
Yeah, well, I saw a little tap between yourself and Marcelo Rivera, no doubt. That'll get sorted out somewhere else. But to be honest with you, it didn't look anything too messy. And Marcelo did a fairly good job bringing that car home in 7th. Had some issues there late. But, Mate, a successful weekend for you, winning the late Bathurst 1000 race, partnering with with Aaron Hamilton, mate. Just rewards for what has been, a fairly long season. We're only up to week number 5, and I know you're very competitive in the OSR Wednesday night races. You do the Premier Series, you also do the Blancpain Series, and you had a fantastic start in that. Was that last weekend? 2 weekends ago. Blancpain again this week. So the Bathurst 1000 race, you win on Saturday night, Sunday morning late. An awesome performance by yourself, and tell us a bit about that one.
Yeah, thanks, man. We just put in a competitive quali time straight up early in the week. Used the setup that we had from last Monday night, which obviously went to victory lane in the Monday night broadcast, and just put our head down. We did both the splits and got third in the first one after an internet issue, and then got the win in the second one. So absolutely bloody good job. I think it's a unanimous decision from all the drivers tonight that we'd rather do another Bathurst 1000 than do another 39 laps tonight around here. It was just way too intense for us. We definitely need to get our Powerade on and recover for the week.
Yeah, well, you should know better than anyone. The V8s here at Lime Rock suited, yes or no?
Honestly, no. From all the weather that we've had earlier in the week from different sessions and everything, but that session was 44 degrees track temp. You just weren't getting any grip from the tyres at all. It was slip and slide everywhere, and of course it made some crazy good racing, nice side by side, everyone just making little mistakes because you couldn't get traction in places. And as I said, I went from 9th, I was probably up to 4th or 5th or something, and absolutely just threw myself off the road with no real mistake of my own. I was just doing the same thing lap after lap, and had to put it back into battle mode and go back up there. But awesome racing to Jason Dixon in this race. Marcelo, Jason Rogers, all the boys, definitely shows why they turn up week after week and do a premier job.
Yeah, mate, you can't win them all, and still 6th place, certainly not the worst result in the world, mate. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to at all?
Just Demidov Innovations, Maverick Welding, everyone for throwing their hand in to try and see if they could sort the car out around this track this week, and Aaron Hamilton for putting up with me for 2,000 Ks. That would have been pretty horrible, I reckon.
Yes, it would, and this commentator's just about to finish up with you after about 3 minutes. So good job tonight, 40. We'll speak to you, no doubt, next week at Suzuka Circuit. Where are we going next? We might get Mr. Cracknell down here. Cracker's driving the pink car probably for the last time. Welcome to Around 5 V8 action with the RaceSpot TV in conjunction with iRacing.com. Mate, that pink car got smacked around a little bit tonight, and in the end, 8th place, probably might be where you deserve to be. I think you should probably be pretty happy with that result.
Thanks, Brent and Hugo. Look, I had pace over quite a few, but I just had too many incidents and trying to scuff up the pink paint on the car. So glad that I can bin that until next time. But yeah, it was an entertaining race, no doubt. Really good battle up there for 4th, and sort of got to battle again after a few incidents towards the end, but that was good.
Yeah, we saw a bit of an incident between yourself and Aaron Hamilton, which, mate, as we called in the broadcast very sportingly, redressed that position, mate. I called it 3 or 4 laps before it happened that you and Aaron have had some issues in the past, and I think Aaron would probably be the first to say that maybe he might have been in the wrong 1 or 2 more times, but that looks like it's all cleared up tonight. So onwards and upwards now onto Suzuka next week, mate. What are your thoughts on that track?
It wasn't one of my favourite tracks until the first season we raced on it, and I don't know, for some reason I found a groove there, so I'm really looking forward to it and got some high expectations. So hopefully I can finish somewhere above, 8th, I guess. But as far as the incident with Aaron, I tried to go down the outside, and I just locked the rears, and turning into that corner, it sort of pitched the car towards his car and just nailed his door. So I just kind of waited a couple of laps for him to get a little bit of a gap over Dylan before I readdressed, because I didn't want to sort of fall in behind another train of cars.
Well, mate, good job tonight. Yeah, you probably had the race pace, 8th position though, mate, and it's good to see you. You look like you're back full time in the V8s, mate, so no doubt that's welcome, mate. And onward to Suzuka next week.
No worries. Cheers, Brenton, Hugo, Sam, everyone to do with the race spot. It's awesome.
Cheers, crackers. It's Mick Cracknell, STC Racing. I might save. I've got Jason Dixon with me here now. I'm going to save you, if that's all right, Jace, till the very end, if that's all right. What I am going to do in the meantime, just a bit of a one-hand clap here, the other hand's on the button. Corey Preston, pole position tonight. Corey, tell me if that's not the first time in the Monday night race you haven't had that. And third place, mate, the 6 Boost Falcon looking mighty schmick tonight, mate. Congratulations on the pole, congratulations on the podium. Tell us a bit about the race.
Yeah, thanks, Brenton. That pole position was a bit of a surprise for me, but I don't think I'll do it again because I suddenly don't like having 25 other cars gunning at you, trying to move you out of the way just to get the win. But yeah, it was an awesome feeling to get pole, and as I said, I don't know where that come from, but I'll take it. And yeah, the race, it was a good race with Ethan and Bo. A couple of scary moments, which we all survived, which was good. But yeah, I just after I got into third place, just settled down into a rhythm and didn't cook the front tyre, as I have every other race this week. So kept the car in good shape and got a gap from fourth and that, and yeah, got third. So it was a pretty good race. I'll always remember.
Sorry, mate. Track temperature 44 degrees certainly would have played a bit of havoc with the tyres. But, mate, you set that pole time so early. Was that actually on your first lap?
I don't know. I'm in the server. I'll have a look.
Let me have your look for you. Car 13,
no.
Corey Preston.
No, it wasn't. It was actually on my last hot lap.
You threw a 7.94 in there early doors, and yeah, your 7.3 was your last lap. So, mate, consistently fast. That's what it's all about. Fantastic. Really stoked for you, mate. I know come third. A bit of an incident there with Bo Cattell, our eventual race winner. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, he got up alongside me at turn 1, which is, he's allowed to do, and I just heard him gas it up, and he got a little bit loose mid-corner, and yeah, just tail whipped me, as they'd say, if you're riding a BMX. But yeah, no malice in that, it's just racing. I got on the track back, and it was all good. But Ethan, I was a little bit more scared because I saw black tyre wall, and I was like, uh-oh. But yeah, we all survived that too, and it was all good.
Yeah, well, good little recovery. Just saw you a little battle there with Bo Cattell, and yeah, Bo just had some genuine race pace throughout. Actually, I think he's actually left our TS channel. Unfortunately, I was keen to have a chat with him tonight, but it is getting late, I guess. But mate, is this your first podium in the Monday night SOF race?
Yeah, it is. I've been coming fourth for like so long, and now get a podium. It's good, but yeah, that sitting on the front row is good enough for me. I don't really need to win a race to feel good. Just sitting on that first grid slot and having all the other cars behind you, it's a pretty awesome feeling.
Yeah, well, the hunter became the hunted tonight, so good job, Corey. Is there anyone to give a shout out to at all?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to 6 Boost and Scott Stevens for painting up these pretty slick cars. They look pretty good. And yeah, I can't think of anybody else.
You sound pretty stoked, mate. That's awesome, mate. Suzuka next week. Looking forward to that, no doubt.
Yeah, car's always pretty good there, I think too. So looking forward to that as well.
Well, Corey, good job tonight, mate. Third position in the iRacing.com official series, mate. And that just keeps up the good form that you've had of late. Looking forward to seeing you plenty in the future. That was Corey Preston there. We've got our second place position tonight, Ethan Grigol. Ethan, welcome back to the series after missing Bathurst last week, no doubt at the real Bathurst 1000, and we can talk shortly about that. But in the meantime, mate, your race tonight, second place. Good job.
Yeah, it was quite a fun race at a track that you wouldn't think would suit the car very well, but it made for great racing.
Well, mate, sorry, yeah, I said some background there. Mate, sorry, your race tonight, yeah, fourth on the grid, and certainly, certainly might have given you a bit of motivation to get stuck in amongst it and got yourself up in the second tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely the most competitive qualifying session I've ever seen since I've joined iRacing too. I think the top 10 cars are separated by 3/10. So I was out there scratching my head why I couldn't go faster, and Yeah, changing the tyre pressures around a bit did nothing, but yeah, fourth on the grid. I just try to aim for a really good start.
And mate, attending the real Bathurst 1000 last weekend, mate. Is that the first time you've been there? And give us your thoughts.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been there, and yeah, I camped there for a good 6 days, which is I'm not camping again after that. But
bit of rain.
Oh, a lot of rain. Other than that, the track action was absolutely awesome. It's great to go there and see the track in real life, because I've cut so many laps through it on Bathurst. You can pretty much pick up on everything you've seen on iRacing. Yeah, just awesome.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. And second place tonight certainly won't do your championship aspirations any harm for this series. You're missing Bathurst. Not sure. I think you had the win in the Road America, sorry, in the V8's Americas online on the Saturday, but probably dropped a few points to Ian Ford on the Alton Park, but picked up some points tonight, no doubt.
Yeah, I think missing out on Bathurst isn't that great, because it's always a really high strength field race, and I'm pretty sure Ian got really good points from that, so kind of on the back foot a tiny bit, but yeah, hopefully I can pull it back.
Well, mate, good job tonight. I'm just running out of time here a little bit, mate, but anyone you want to thank to SDC, or anybody you want to thank to at all?
Yeah, I'll just thank RaceSpot for holding this awesome broadcast, and iRacing for help fund half of it as well, and I thank SDC for always being there ready to help when I'm slightly off the pace, and we get the work done.
Yeah, good job, Ethan. Ethan Griggault there, coming second tonight in the main strength of field Monday night race here with RaceSpot TV. Kept Jason Dixon here on the back burn for a while. Jace has been with us for a little while here in the commentary booth. Jace, welcome to the broadcast officially. And the SimSpec Engineering Falcon drove pretty well tonight. Got in some good battles with Josh Rogers, Jason Dixon, Ian Ford and Marcelo Rivera. Tell us a bit about the race.
Yeah, that was probably the most hectic battle I've ever had, having to defend every lap and attack at the same time. I don't think there was a lap went by I wasn't within half a second of a car around me.
Yeah, and a good result for yourself, mate. And after all the massive amounts of laps of Bathurst that most of the boys have done over the last few weeks, it's probably a good change to go to a different circuit, maybe not Lime Rock, I must admit. It's a bit short, bit of a goat track. But, mate, good result for yourself tonight.
Yeah, I'm starting to really like this track. It reminds me a lot of the track I grew up at with karting. Spent a lot of years doing a lot of laps around that. It was the same sort of layout. There was 4 corners and only one left-hander, so it has a bit in common. So I quite enjoyed that. Every single race I've had though here has been brilliant all week, so at least it gives you close fought racing, which is all you really want to ask for.
Yeah, and qualifying certainly extremely close throughout. You actually qualified down in 8th position, so being up in 5th at the end is a really strong result. Mate, Shakira, your daughter, mate, shows some exceptional pace. Did she race tonight in another split or not?
No, we've got to share a computer and rig, so we can't really race.
So Dad's taken over tonight.
Yeah.
I tell you what, she's catching you, Dad. She's getting faster every week, so she might be giving you a nudge in the next few weeks, I'm thinking.
Well, her times at Bathurst for the what's that called, the Road Warrior, was actually quicker than mine. I was a couple of tenths off her, so it's already happening.
Yeah, it is exceptional. See, now I've left you last, but certainly not least, as the SimSpec Engineering have been running a fantastic competition in conjunction with iRacing.com and RaceSpot TV for the Monday night race. Mate, on behalf of yourself, we would like to thank you for donating that wonderful button box that you come up with, and tell us a bit about it, a bit of a promo for SimSpec Engineering and what they do.
Yeah, it's pretty much a plug-and-play button box. I think it's got about 30 different positions of the buttons, either push buttons or toggles up and down, and a rocket switch for ignition. It's just the start of a big line of products we'll roll out over the next probably 18 months. I think the next in line is a shifter coming out, and soon we'll also have a modular system where your pedals, your shifter, a dash, and everything all plug into the button box, so you don't have to have 401 USBs going to your computer.
Yeah, mate, the only thing I know about my computer is the colour of it. I know nothing else about it, so I'll just nod and pretend I have a clue what you're talking about, but it does sound very promising. Make sure you get yourselves on Facebook on Sim Spec Engineering's page, and keep your eye open for those great updates that Jason and Sim Spec Engineering have got coming. And in the meantime, we have to congratulate David Baxter of Redback Racing tonight, picking up that button box. So, Jace, no doubt you'd like to congratulate him as well.
Yeah, big congratulations to Baxter. If he just messaged me, I'll get it out to him in the next week or so. I've had big orders this week with him, so I'm a little short in stock. But I'll get that out to him soon, and I'm sure he's going to love that.
Good on you. Jason Dixon there, SimSpec Engineering. Certainly in the end he wasn't last but not least, because our race winner has been kind enough to join us, Bo Caddell, SSR. Mate, really glad you came back, and congratulations on what was an awesome effort, mate. And really, I know the result was only a couple of seconds at the end, but it looked like a convincing win. Mate, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks guys. It was pretty good. I knew I had the pace for Ethan this week, and it was just a matter of not making too many mistakes. And when he qualified fourth, I knew I had a opportunity, and sort of took it.
And a win in the earlier race as well must have given you just that bit more confidence leading into this race. Mate, you've been a winner on Monday night races before, but tonight you just looked that much more comfortable on what is such a short little track.
Yeah, it probably comes down to the amount of laps I've done in the Mazda here. I didn't take too long to pick it all up, and I sort of knew what gears to use and what corners, and just knew the track back to front. So it was sort of just a matter of trying to get past Corey, which we didn't actually make contact with him, but I don't know. He probably thinks I fed him off the track, but I was opposite lock sort of half the manoeuvre, and I was trying to not feed him, but yeah.
No. I actually had an interview with Corey before, and he said there's nothing untoward racing incident. There's no grievance whatsoever, mate. So he took his little bit of medicine there and ended up in eventual third place. I think he's just absolutely stoked that he got himself on pole position, yourself on second place, mate. Had a decent start, but yeah, just probably got held up with Corey a bit. But once you got free of him, mate, you were up and away.
Yeah, I've been struggling with starts. Pretty much. Ever since I started iRacing with this ratio, I just can't get the 375 to get off the line, so I might have to hit Ethan up for some tips.
Mate, if you have any doubts about the way you start, look at the Spa race from last season. You were third on the grid, and before you reached Eau Rouge, mate, you're in the lead, so whatever you did that day, mate, just keep doing that. But mate, on to Suzuka next week, mate. What's your thoughts going into there?
Yeah, that's one of my least favourite tracks, so I don't know what I'll do. I might jump in, but I don't think I'll be very competitive, but we'll give it a red hot go.
Well, mate, congratulations. Really glad you came back for an interview, mate. And is there anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, thank Race Spot, my team, SSR and Osram, and yeah, all the boys on my team do a great job, so long time coming. It's been really good.
Well, Bo, good job tonight, mate. Winner of round 5 here, the official V8 Supercar Championship, brought to you by Race Spot TV in conjunction with iRacing.com. Really looking forward to seeing you and the others guys light it up next week at Suzuka. And I think that's about it for us tonight. I don't think there's anyone else to Sammy Compton. Had to leave for work commitments early tonight. We thank him. Hugo Luiz, as usual, in the commentary booth, or in the director's chair tonight, all the way from Brazil. Seriously, if you get the time to have a listen to Hugo, it's like he's sitting on a highway tonight. The amount of cars and horns in the background is just crazy there in Brazil tonight. And as I said at the start, still commentating here. Sam and I said at the start, in no way do we condone what got said in the Bathurst Road Warrior 1000 race. We're not a part of what happened there. However, the person has apologised. Take that how or as you will, and we'll move on. But in the meantime, Hugo, start playing some funky tunes there, my friend, because we're about to get out of here, and we'll be looking forward to next week at Suzuka Circuit for round 6 of what is the official iRacing V8 Supercar Championship, brought to you by RaceBot TV and iRacing.com. Make sure in the meantime, though, like I said, Jason Dixon, Sim Spec Engineering, good enough to sponsor the event tonight, so jump on board. their Facebook page, support companies that support the Australian iRacing V8 community. Blancpain Series this week. I think the Premier Series might be this week too. Don't know, but keep your eye on their Facebook page. In the meantime, I'm Brenton O'Brien. That was Sam Compton. This was RaceSpot TV. Wish you a good night.